Well, welcome everyone to our first Monarch estimated value collection tracker, blah, 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 blah. Hey, if you are not a patron, all this data will be available to you at the end of the week, I believe. We're talking about Monarch first edition in this video, but we have a collection tracker that has all the sets for all the stuff for you to have a collection tracker. New one's coming out soon, 2.0. If you're not a patron, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Okay, let's talk about Monarch first edition. The prices are nuts right now, everyone. Stuff is going insane. We're seeing just absolute movement in cards. First edition boxes, though, let's start there. Right now, we're sitting around $500. On eBay, you can pick them up for $500. I think on Facebook, you could probably get them for $450. It kind of just depends. Cases, you know, it's hard to find a case probably right now, but a lot of these are like the TCG player boxes or whatever. But cases, I would anticipate you'd be sitting just under $2,000, honestly. I'm not sure the case premium has kicked into effect yet. But anyway, let's hop in. Let's look at the card. So the Fable, there's been a public offer to buy the Fable at $6,000. And I know that a couple of them have sold at that price. And I know that some have sold higher. I know that people are asking like $8,000. I know that people are being offered in the $6,000 figures, and that some people are saying no. It seems to be like $6,500 is the asking price and the going rate right now. I have not seen any sell for less than this, but I haven't really seen any sell at the $8,000 mark yet. So $6,500 is our number right now for the great library of Solana. Dude, this video is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. We're gonna do an EV to see. You guys, it's stupid. I know the answer. It's stupid. All right, here we go. The Legendaries. So I'm doing my best. Right now it's mostly Facebook. There's really nothing that's really sold on eBay. It's mostly Facebook, Discord, kind of hopping in and out what people are sending me. I've had a ton of people selling me snapshots of them buying cards and telling me the price that they bought at. So that's what I'm using for all this right now. I would say right now, this is like, if you're selling one of these, it's your price. You got to decide what your price is to let it go. If you're buying, same thing. If you're not going to open a bunch of boxes, buying a card might be your best bet. Anyway, so Vestige of Soul, one of those sold for $1,250. Phantasmal Footsteps, I've seen $1,500. I've seen $1,750. I've, somebody locally wants to sell one for $1,800. I've seen $1,500. I mean, I've seen all over the place. So I put $1,600. Valiant Dynamo, I know for sure, sold for $1,750. Talked to both the buyer and the seller. They both confirmed it. Carrion Husk seems to be the one that's that hasn't moved yet. Like that there just isn't a bunch of them for sale. I don't know if that's because people are excited to play it and they want it for the collection, or it looks really cool, or if it's just, hasn't been, maybe the odds just haven't been pulled as much recently, or whoever's pulling it isn't putting them off for sale. Who knows? Doomsday, one sold for $1,200. And Eclipse, I just put it at $1,500 because I haven't actually seen one of those move. But what I have seen is that public offer to buy any of them at $1,500. Now, I will say, eventually those who are offering to buy them will either get all the cards they want, if they've already bought Phantasmal Footsteps or whatever, or they will just run out of money. I mean, there is a limited supply of money for even the big wigs. So just keep that in mind, that eventually those numbers will run out and the rest of us will have to put up offers to get the prices. So again, this is just a snapshot of really today's sales. Based on this weekend at pre-release. It's absolutely nuts. Your average cold foil legendary, your average legendary, is sitting at $1,450. Cold foils, so you guys are gonna hate me. There's a public offer to buy cold foil commons at $200 each. So that's where those numbers are. Again, like I think all these numbers are high. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think all these numbers are high, and at the EV you're gonna see, like, I think all these numbers are high. But this is what the market's doing. I know some of them have moved around this price. I know people who aren't selling at these prices. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. So that seems to be kind of where the market is right now. Cold foil commons, I think we'll see these moving downwards, honestly. We'll see what happens. So $200 for cold foil commons. Luminaris, I know of one of those that sold for $650. I haven't seen a Radiant Duskbane sell, so I've made it the average of the ones that I'm popping through. A Hex Score, the Death Hydra, sold for $325, and a Galaxy Black sold I have not seen that one sell at $500. So I kept that one. I kind of pulled the average, and then Dread Scythe sold for 300. So basically, what I'm saying is I saw a Dread Scythe that sold for 300. I saw a Hexcore that sold for 325. And I saw a Luminaris that sold for 650, or a couple of them, whatever. And so I kind of took these as the average of those two because they're the same kind of thing. Let's see, average of H9. Is this number messed up? H9. Yeah, this is messed up. This isn't going to pull the wrong thing at the end. But let's fix it here. Boom, boom, boom. Work in progress, everybody. This is all work in progress. We've been working hard. I've got some patrons that are helping me out on this. They are amazing. And everyone's been working hard to get the collection tracker out. And we're still in testing mode. The average of that. So your average is sitting at 270.83 for the cold foils. And so what that does is that there's so many more of these commons, but at the end we'll break it out. We'll break it out differently. So yeah. All right, let's pop in. I'll show you the average of the Majestics here at the end. I usually have that down here, but I don't have it right now. The Majestic rainbow foils. So I was talking to the Wall Street Discord. This is the one that's, I think, the hardest to value right now. I have heard of a couple of them. I've heard of people asking like 320 for these. I've seen people asking the 300s for these. The only thing that's not included on this list currently is the extended art ones, because we still haven't seen enough polls to know, like, is there an extended art and a regular one in the rainbow foil, or is the rainbow foil just different? We just haven't seen enough of them. I haven't seen enough of them. So right now this is just the rainbow foil Majestics. We'll add in those kind of next week when we get them, and we know the kind of poll rates better for those. We're doing a stream on Friday night. Me, Mitch, and George. Mitch from Midtown Merchant, George from Compete Sports are doing 84 boxes on stream starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the channel and over at Midtown Merchant's channel. So we're really seeing like 150 is kind of what I'm doing this estimate on. Again, like, prices are going to be moving all over the place, and those rainbow foil kind of extended arts, we don't know what the pull rate is. We don't know how rare they are, how common they are. So we're just leaving those out right now because I just don't know what to do with them, and there hasn't been any sold them. Anyway, I know people are asking like 1,800 for them. I don't think anyone's bought this. So all right, now the Majestics. What I've done here is I've been seeing the Majestics sell actually a lot on the Oceania Facebook group, and they've been selling for like 40 or 50 in New Zealand, which averages to around $30 USD, maybe 40 USD. So I went with 30 for the Majestics, and then I doubled that for the kind of the weapons, because I think the weapons are going to be more kind of sought after. But what I did do is at the end of the EV, I did make these short printed. I am kind of going to assume until pull rates prove otherwise that these are short printed, or unless everybody disagrees with me. So let me know if you think that these need to be short printed or not. Crucible, all the weapons were short printed because you don't need multiple of them in your deck, so they short printed them. So that will be interesting to see what the pull rates suggest on those. That puts your average at $34. The rare rainbow foils, I just put it $3. I don't know. I guess you could use 3, 5. Who knows? Somebody said that these were a little bit undervalued. We'll see. Again, there's going to just be so many boxes open. I don't know. And we don't have so I put rares at 50 cents. This is just, guessing. I put commons at $1. The common rainbow foils, I put at $1. Commons, I put at 10 cents. All that stuff could change. Honestly, it's not going to matter as much as the cold foil. So, all right, let's look at the EV calculation. All right. So here's how I did this. Before I show you the box EV, I want you to know what the calculations do, so that you can tell me in the comments what you think needs to be changed, and we can kind of work through this over the next couple of weeks, because it is going to kind of change as we see the pull rates. I think those 84 boxes that we open on stream is really good for this numbers, because we'll really be able to see what is really the average for each box. We're going to open, what's that, 21 cases. And we are doing a charity part for that. So go to KitchenTableTCG.com if you want to be a part of that. Anyway, so here's what I did. So the one cold foil. So what this does is it takes the it takes the number of cold foil commons, which is 13. Cold foil commons, cold foil. So it takes the 13 cold foil commons, and averages them, and then multiplies by 13. Okay, and then it takes the number of then it takes the average of the cold foil Majestics and it multiplies that by 5. Okay, but then it divides it by 2. So in other words, a cold foil Majestic is pulled half as much as a cold foil common is kind of my guess. And then it divides everything by 18 to give you the average of the cold foil per box. Okay, I hope that all made sense. So you take the total amount of money in cold foil commons, and you take and you add it to the total amount of money in cold foil Majestics divided by 2, because they're half as often, and then you divide all that by the total number of cold foils, which is 18. So that gets you an average cold foil sitting at $207. Okay. Don't worry, we're going to do the box EV. We're going to break it down to what you break into as well. So then you have your 6 Majestics, which, I've opened my TCG box. It had 6 Majestics. I watched a couple other box openings. They had 5 Majestics. I watched some, they had 7. I watched some, they had 6. It seems like 6 is the average. So that multiplies that. The 1 foil Majestic, again, some boxes I've seen have 2, but maybe 1.5 here. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Maybe it's 1.5 on average. Again, this will all come to fruition on Friday when we really see in a case. I've opened, 1 box, plus I saw the pre-release box, and I've seen other people's boxes. 1 kind of seems to be the thing. 41 rares, 5 foil rares, 1 in 4 chance at hitting the legendary. I've heard some people say, is that true? Is there a little bit higher of a chance of hitting a legendary because there's more legendaries? I don't know. We'll figure it out when we open the boxes. And then the 1 in 40 chance at hitting a Fable. All right, so let's see. So the true box EV here is then $1,107. So this is, if you would open 40 boxes on average, you'd be sitting at $1,107 per box, because you're going to hit your Fable. If you take out the legendary and the Fable, so you're sitting here, you're going to open 1 box on average, you'd be sitting at $582. You're not going to hit the legendary or Fable. So your TCG pre-release box, it's still worth opening rather than selling for that $500 box price. All right, this is where we're going to break it down then. We're going to do a case EV now. This is a new thing. So this takes, what this does is it takes all these cards, take out the cold foils, all these pulls, and multiplies by 4, right? You have your 6 Majestic average, your foil Majestic rares, everything, multiplies it by 4. Then it takes, we're averaging 2 cold foil commons per case, 1 cold foil Majestic per case, and 1 cold foil legendary per case. Okay, so that's 4 cold foils for your case, but no Fable. So this is if you open a case but you don't hit the Fable, you'd be sitting at $3,802. Then the rare cold foil. So this is you open 1 box, you get a rare cold foil, no legendary, no Fable. You'd be sitting at an average of $574. But if you open a Majestic cold foil, no legendary. Did I say rare? This should be, I didn't change this from the crew sheet. I copied this from the crew sheet, everybody. This is common cold foil. Then this is the Majestic cold foil. You open a Majestic, it'd be $829. I have not done haven't gone through to the master yet because we don't know those rainbow foil kind of alt art cards yet, so I didn't do that. Anyway, that being said, sell those cards. I mean, what? The EV is twice as high right now. Come on, people. Who's buying these things? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. This is just EV. I hope you guys are having a good day. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see something done differently. Just keep sending me your PMs. People have been sending me PMs all day long with cards sold. Keep sending me that. I'll keep putting them in here if you provide evidence that you bought it. And then the other thing is, like, everyone's asking me my opinion. Based on this data, I would say sell your cards. Just based on this data, like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I just don't know what to say. Sell your cards, because this seems high to me. That being said, everything could go nuts. I mean, this is flesh and blood, guys. Who the heck knows, right? Hope you have a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. And